Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kenzie, and I'm starting a company. It's called 40 Fold. This idea started back in junior year of college. I did a project on. I did a project where I researched the wealth gap in the United States. Uh, Currently, as it stands right now, according to Chat GPT, um, African Americans hold 15 cents to every $1 by white Americans. Um, and when I was doing research on this was almost 4 years ago. When I was doing research on it, I was just surprised, appalled, confused. Um, I was really just in shock. I knew that there was a gap. I didn't know the gap was that big. Um, and over the past couple of years, it's just been something I've always thought about. I wrestled with it. I pondered on it, and I boiled it down to two things. This is Kenzie's grand solution. I think the difference, the what is that, 75 cent difference, 85 cent difference, lies in education and ownership. Black people don't own anything. Okay, they don't own a lot of things, and education wise, we are more than a ways behind. 40 Fold is an effort to display and give a platform for those who look like me and those who don't look like me. Um, give them a platform and a path to ownership and educate what I'm doing right now along the way. Um, that'll happen education wise through sharing the story, um, sharing the lessons, documenting the failures publicly, in hopes that others who look like me can keep on trying, because that gap isn't, it's not going to change in a generation. It's going to change over decades. We didn't accidentally get to such a wide gap either. This was institutional and intentional. So 40 Fold, what is it? Where did it start? Okay, let's start with the name. 40 refers to in 1869. This is post uh, emancipation for slaves in the United States. Uh, there was a proclamation and a decree put out that in an effort to re-level the playing field, freed slaves would have an opportunity to have 40 acres and a mule. Like legitimately 40 acres of land and a mule, meaning like a horse. This was a promise that was never fulfilled. Shocker. Um, that's where 40 comes from. Fold is biblical. I am a Christian. I'm a proud Christian. I love the Lord. Jesus Christ is the most important thing in my life. And in the Bible, he talks a lot about blessing different groups of people or different individuals specifically tenfold, 20-fold, 30-fold. So I just added one more and called it 40-fold. The tag under that is multiplying the promises given. Again, this is a platform for ownership and education. What's the vehicle I'm using to do that? It's private equity. I would like to start this off by saying I am not a finance major. I was not a finance major. I have told a lot of people I'm not a math guy. Um, what I do know is I'm a leader. I do know that I am a great teammate, and I know, I do know how to put different people in positions to be successful. I've been on a lot of great teams. I played sports in college. I have an understanding of how teams work. Okay. Business is different. It's teams trying to make money. I understand that, but it's still a team. If you really break it down to these fundamental core principles, successful businesses require great leadership, great teamwork, a great work ethic. These are all things that I have spent years of my life honing, practicing, learning, failing, growing. I chose private equity, one, because it's really hard. It's insanely hard. Okay. It is nearly an impossible industry to break into by yourself at 23 and black. I love that. That excites me. I that fires me up more than anything. Um, I love the look you get when you tell people that, not selfishly, maybe a little bit selfishly, who knows. Um, I'm not coming off arrogant. I don't want to come off as arrogant either. I want to come off as somebody who is committed, driven, and impossibly delusional, thinking that this is going to work. Um, Private equity, I chose it, one, because it's hard, two, because it's ownership at such an insane level. Okay, these major firms like Blackstone, for example, are managing billions, if not trillions, of dollars in assets in companies. These are companies that they own. It is peak ownership. While at the same time minimizing personal capital, right? It's literally it's such an amazing system, the private equity model. It's such an amazing model. It doesn't it really bends the bounds of how we see ownership and how we see capital moving throughout society. 40 Fold, I hope, I pray, I'm going to build into a firm that offers ownership, that maximizes return on investment, and that educates. I feel like finance, even from the outside looking in when I was in school, was almost like a secret society within a secret society. Oh, I'm in finance. What does that mean? Where are you going? What's happening? Nobody really knows. It's not discussed. It's not talked about, especially within my community. Okay. 40 Fold will be professional. It will lead by example. It will be exemplary on all fronts, bar none. But at the same time, there is going to be a vulnerability and a an openness and a commitment to sharing the process. This isn't done out of selfish ambition. As I discussed before, this came as a result of me realizing how far we are, by we, I mean African Americans are, in the world, and how committed I am to make a difference and to move that needle in some way, shape, or form. This is the very beginning. I mean, I have an LLC. I have maybe $100,000 in committed capital. That's a maybe. We'll see if that even pans out. I have a website and I have a couple documents, um, but it's going to work. It's going to happen. The goal for year one is to acquire a southeast based construction company or construction adjacent company selling for between $1 and $5 million. I have to meet with LPs. I have to run models, financial models, reviewing businesses, reviewing, stretching them, checking to see what happens if, the market crashes, checking to see what happens if we lose half of our client base. I have to learn how to run those models. Um, I have to make connections with people within the industry, and create some sort of network, because it really is who you know, not what you know. I mean, it is what you know a little bit, but who you know takes you a really long way, especially in this game. 40-fold is, it's not a pipe dream. It's declared, it's clarified. It's a burden that I have to see through. Not a burden in like the negative, it's weighing me down way. It's one of those things that I wake up and I think about, and I go to sleep and I think about, and there's just no way it doesn't work. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say for this video. Um, Peace.